More than 10 million criminals get arrested in America annually, but at the same time, some criminals manage to evade arrest and run away. Here are 7 cases when suspects outsmarted the police, starting off with Joel, who completely dominated the police throughout the interaction. In September 2023, police were dispatched to Las Cruces, Mexico under the suspicion that a law student, identified as Joel Martinez, carried a set of beer into his room. Being a student, Joel is underage, and if found in possession of alcohol, he will be arrested. But as soon as the officers arrived at the scene, they realized that Joel was not just another random law student and was fully well aware of his rights.
I'll be honest with you, so we got a report that you were seen walking into your dorm with alcohol. So
Okay.
Is there alcohol in there?
I don't answer questions. What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Purtle, NMSU Police.
You suspect me of a crime?
I do.
Okay, what crime and how can you articulate it?
Minor in possession of alcohol. We got a report that you walked in.
Right off the bat, he starts counter-questioning the officer and presses for a clear and precise explanation of the alleged suspicion. If the officer fails to present an articulate reason, then he loses all legal grounds to accuse Joel of a crime, not to mention that this will also take away the officer's authority to carry out a search operation. Joel has knit a webbing net, and if the police are not careful, they will be forced to withdraw from the case.
No, but I still need to identify you.
My name is Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
I need your first, last name, and your date of birth.
No, you don't.
I do. If you don't want to provide that
You don't
me,
want to call Officer Donovan or one of your supervisors here?
Yeah, I can get a sergeant over
I
here if you'd
then
like.
calling them because right now, this is not what you want to do right now.
The officer respects Joel's legislative knowledge, and after listening to his advice, the officer calls his supervisor.
Hi,
Hi, name and badge number, please.
Sergeant John Lovelace. My badge number is 212.
212. All right, thank you. Officer said here that if I don't ID, I will be subject to arrest. Is that true?
It's possible, yes.
Possible, yes or no? I need that ultimatum, or else I won't get my ID.
Okay, so technically right now, yes, you could be arrested for
Could.
that.
I need a yes or no. Like, I need you to tell me if you don't give me your ID right now, I'm gonna arrest you.
Why would I say that to you?
Because I need that ultimatum. Because right now you're asking,
Yes.
and I have the right to say no. Because you're asking. You're not. It's not a lawful order. I need you to make it a lawful
you're
order.
being detained for suspicion of minor in possession of alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see your ID.
Okay, and if not,
And if not, you could be considered
Could?
concealing identity. Have your
on,
possession.
on what grounds?
Okay, so do you have any alcohol in your possession?
I don't answer questions. On what grounds?
Okay, so you don't have any alcohol in your possession.
On what grounds? I don't answer questions.
Joel plays on the forefront and immediately demands the supervisor's name and badge number before he proceeds with questioning. After that, he simply argues over a basic level query which catches the supervisor totally off guard.
So here's the deal. By saying could, what we're trying to do is we're trying to be cooperative with you and have you be cooperative with us and help us clear this matter up.
Okay, I gave him my name,
You,
Joel.
man, what's your last name?
You don't need my last name and you do not need my date of birth unless you want to run my name through your system.
you have-
Are you trying to run my name through the
Do you
system?
have warrants for your arrest? Is
Are
there
you?
anything
I don't
that
answer
would be
questions.
concerned?
I don't answer questions. I'm
don't
asking
answer
questions. I don't. It's my Fifth Amendment. Is it or is it not?
Okay. So the question is that like the officer told you, you're being suspected of having possession of alcohol underage. So in that case, the easiest way to prevent this is for you to let us know. Either you got somebody saw you carry a case of beer. You have a case of beer in your possession?
I don't answer questions.
In this case, the cops have insufficient evidence, which is why they are unable to articulate it in a presentable way. An important detail is that the supervisor uses a tactic of asking simple yes or no questions, which most people answer without thinking, just what the officers want. However, citizens don't have to do this. They can use their right to stay silent and not answer, which is exactly what Joel is doing to annoy these corrupt cops.
So the next step in this process would be, would you give us consent to check your room?
Nope.
To make sure that
Nope.
you have no alcohol in your possession?
Nope. I do not consent to any searches nor seizures.
Okay, very good. Okay, so the easiest and simplest solution to this is for you to tell us your name, date of birth.
Joel.
Joel what?
Joel.
Okay, by just saying Joel, there's 1,000 Joels. I need a last name and a date of birth.
For what? You gonna run?
In
I
order to
told
confirm
you want
who
my
you
name.
are for the report, I need to have your name and date
You
of birth.
could.
That's
I didn't
it.
even have to give you my first name for that report. You could literally put the citizen or the guy or the suspect. Yes, you can. Yes, it does. I'm a law student here. You're not gonna come over here and try to violate my rights.
So I'm not trying to violate your rights. I'm trying to be cooperative with you, and you be cooperative
Okay,
with us.
cooperate with me and accept that I'm not gonna give my ID unless I'm gonna get arrested.
The officers get frustrated, but the only way that they are going to get anything out of this interaction is by following the law.
Just to be cooperative,
Oh,
okay?
just to be
So
cooperative, like just
come on,
like for you to
don't-
say what you want me to do. Are you googling the laws right now? Because that's really what you should be doing right now. All right,
You okay with that?
Yeah, continue reading.
Are
the
you
section.
sure you're okay with that?
Yeah. I give you permission.
The supervisor Googles the rights of the citizens, and after some time, he ends up doing exactly what Joel asked him to do and gives him the ultimatum.
Okay, so just tell me
So,
that if I don't give you the ID, you're gonna arrest me. Just
Okay.
say it.
Show us your ID. We need to see your ID, or
Or-
you will be arrested.
Thank you. You got that right? Yeah. You.
Why do you use that term?
Because why the searching my shit? Like.
We're not searching
No,
your shit.
yes, that's a
Go ahead and identify him real quick,
seize of
please.
my identification. Is it or is it not?
It's not a seizure. We just
It's
need
a
to confirm.
seizure of my identification, yes or no?
We just need to see who you are in order to
I
go
told you my
forward in the
fucking name.
investigation.
Told you my. Did I or did I
Your
not?
legal name.
My
You gave
legal
us your
name.
first name.
What is my Joel? Not the legal name or what?
Joel what?
He has my ID. Go look at it.
Perfect. That's all we
Yeah.
needed. Thank you.
After looking at his ID card, the cops have nothing else left to do. As mentioned countless times, they do not have lawful permission to search Joel's room without consent. They can enter the room if they print out a search warrant, but they realize that it is not worth all the effort. So, the cops decide to take a step back, drop the interrogation, and let Joel go back to his room. While Joel Sanchez was only a suspect and proved to be innocent, this next suspect, who is also named Joel, is an actual felon. He is going to court, and he still manages to fool the police officer. On 7th March 2022, Joel Sanchez was meant to show up in court to face multiple charges that were filed against him, including residential burglary and theft of services. But when he was arrested, he reported being injured, and per protocol, the deputy escorted him to the court in a wheelchair. But all of this was part of Sanchez's genius plan.
What'd you say, OJ? Hey, you see a shoe back there? Where is it?
As it turns out, Sanchez was only pretending to be impaired and was waiting for the opportune moment to come his way. Just a few steps away from the entrance of the courthouse, Sanchez gets up and disappears, leaving the deputy in shock. And by the time the officer reacted, Sanchez was nowhere to be seen.
I ain't got my radio. Hey, can you call the police for me? Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. What way it go?
The deputy does not have his radio to contact other officers in the area, and because Sanchez can literally go and hide anywhere he wants, every second is critical. With each passing minute, Sanchez gets further away and more difficult to catch. In a moment of pure desperation, the deputy seeks help from a bystander.
Nah, which way it go?
Went straight through the alley and cut that way. What you
Your
need?
phone. My damn radio came out.
Hold on.
This incident is so ridiculous that if it was not recorded, no one would have ever believed the deputy. However, after some searching, the officers are able to find him and take him to jail. This time he faced an additional charge of third-degree escape along with all the previous ones. Undoubtedly, Sanchez is street smart, but this next criminal is not only clever, but also has an IQ of a peerless genius. On July 1st, 2022, police were interrogating a man named Jeff. The criminal is an alleged drug addict and this interview with the officers is both entertaining and instructive for everyone living in the USA.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, before we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay? Yeah, I'll explain everything.
I'm under arrest for robbery?
Right from the start, Jeff has asked two of the most important questions. One, is he under arrest? If he is not, and is only there for questioning, then he has the right to simply walk out of the room. The second question is, for what charge? This is important because if the police turn out to be at fault later, then you can file a lawsuit.
Before we ask you any questions, you must understand what your rights are. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. Does that make sense? You've probably heard these before, haven't you? Does that make sense? Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes or no? You understand? Do you understand what I read to you?
As soon as he listens to his Miranda rights, he starts exercising them. The only time that he decides to talk is either to pose a question or make the detective lose his temper.
If you got something that says you didn't do this robbery, this is your chance to talk to us.
Okay, good cop.
No, usually I'm the...
You look like...
I'm not asking if you want to talk to me at this point. I just wanted to know, do you understand what I read to you?
So am I under arrest?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Get me back to the cell. I don't talk to you.
Okay.
When a suspect requests to get back into the cell, that usually means that they do not want to answer any further questions. And with this, the interrogator is not allowed to ask questions as well. But after spending 2.5 hours in his cell, the cop takes him out for questioning again, which is a violation of his rights.
Oh, yeah,
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying to fucking get me. Or you're
No,
trying
I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get is some fucking stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not going to get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly, because I
And
didn't
I'm
do
not
nothing.
trying to get a confession out of you.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence saying I did. Let me go. All you did is find me sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere, and they spotlight me. They say, come here. I say, what's up? They search me. They ain't find
Hang on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to sign it.
You don't have to sign it. But let me read it for you. Okay?
I'm not signing nothing.
You don't have to sign it.
At this point, Jeff starts opening up about his arrest. According to him, the officers raided his friend's house and arrested him without any evidence.
If you were sitting there talking just like you were ready to sit here and tell me what happened last night, and then all of a sudden I read that to you and you screw it, I ain't talking to you. I want a lawyer. I don't understand that. What changed just in the...
Because I told you what, I already told you what happened.
You didn't.
How didn't I?
You didn't tell me what happened last night.
How didn't I just tell you what?
But now you've handcuffed me, and I can't talk to you because you've asked for an
I'm a
attorney.
lawyer.
So, okay, that's fine. But I will tell you right now, you're still on a hold for a robbery.
I know. I don't know why. I need a fucking lawyer because obviously nothing. And obviously you guys know I didn't do nothing because I've been arrested for this before, and you guys don't interview me this much. So, wham bam, thank you for the coat. Put me back.
Jeff makes it clear that he will only speak in the presence of his lawyer and demands to be put back in his cell, but the officers breach his right and take him out for a conversation after he spends another 5 hours in his cell. But this time, he was not in any mood to play games, and the officer also lets him off easy.
I know you don't want to go back to jail, right? Back to prison.
I am if and you're gonna charge me with some bogus shit. You guys don't. I mean, what do you got really? That I was at a buddy's house and I happened to come outside because you guys were fucking swarming the area and they
Which
fucking.
door did you come out of?
I came out of the front door. You know what? I'm not saying that, man. I'm done, man. The only reason I came up here is to get a coat.
Okay. You're not getting out.
I know. I can't finish it.
You can finish it. Make it quick. I got things to do.
Butterfinger problem.
I didn't promise you that. I said we'd see what happens. All right. Like I said, you haven't helped me out at all. Why should I help you out? I got you sorted. That's good enough.
After 12 hours, Jeff gets released from the police station without any charges. While Jeff followed the law and outsmarted the police at their own game, the same cannot be said for Quantrell, who broke out from the interrogation room. On 18th October 2018, a teenager named Quantrell D. Schwartzlow was arrested from his classroom at Orfordville Parkview High School on suspicion of sexual assault and strangulation. He allegedly choked his victim until she became unconscious and then sexually assaulted her. Later, he was escorted to the interrogation room where he does this. Just seconds after the officer leaves the room, Quantrell opens the window and dives head first out of the interrogation room from the second floor. The surveillance camera footage captures him running away from the building while being handcuffed.
Oh, no!
The officer returns after 15 minutes and instantly realizes the gravity of the situation. He called for a search operation, and after 3 hours, the police located Quantrell at his friend's house. He was taken into custody again, and he now faced an additional charge of escape, along with strangulation and sexual assault. Fleeing from right under the police's nose is crazy, but then there is Larry, who ran away not once or twice, but 3 times within 9 days. On 15th October 2022, officers in La Crosse, Wisconsin were on foot patrol when they spotted Larry. They were already aware that he had a suspended driving license and did not have permission to be in any bars or taverns. However, as they were standing right outside Larry's car, he managed to sneak past them into the driving seat and drive away.
Running off the apartment building and was caught by like 3.
Allie, stop that Buick. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
Police follow him, and upon noticing their car, Larry slows down and eventually stops, but it is all part of Larry's clever plan.
5827, Adam King Frank, 5827. The vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
As the squad car stops, Larry accelerates rapidly, leaving the cops baffled, and they decide to terminate the chase for the moment. 4 days later, on 19th October, police noticed Larry's car parked in an alley, but as they approached it, this happened.
7th and Main. Stop! 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 Stop right now! Stop!
Larry notices that the officer does not want to kill him, so he gambles his life to flee for a second time. However, another 4 days later, on 23rd October, the police were dispatched to a bar for reported trouble. Here they meet Larry again, who had a few new felony charges filed against him.
We got a call here at the Old South about you guys yelling at someone, and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry, I gotta talk to you, man.
That's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
What?
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you.
For what, bro?
Come here. Come here. Stop, you're gonna get detained. On the ground. Hey. Get on the ground now. Stop now. Just means running off the 5th, white shirt.
Larry again repeats the same trick he used the first time of luring the officer in and accelerating away quickly. During the foot chase, he gets tased and falls, but somehow he still manages to get into the driving seat.
Stop! Stop, Larry! Hey, come on, do it. Stop! Hey, do it. Stop.
The officers grab him, but Larry escapes yet again. Larry smartly used his car to flee, but some criminal drivers are pretty straightforward, like Holly, who decided to hit the on-duty officer and still gets away with it. On 9th February 2024, the police tried to stop a 32-year-old thief, identified as Holly Graham, who was seen driving a stolen Toyota Corolla. The officers located the Corolla in the parking lot of a gas station and were about to deploy stop sticks to prevent the vehicle from fleeing again, but just then, Holly turned on the car and started driving erratically.
Stop the car! Stop the car!
Holly is surrounded from all sides by armed policemen with 0 exits. Here, she has the option to surrender, but she decides to do this. She accelerates right into the armed sergeant, who empties his gun aiming at the driver's seat, which could have easily ended her life on the spot. The sergeant then falls off the hood and onto the road, and by the time he collects himself, Holly drives away, hitting 2 more vehicles on the way. Later the same day, the cops arrested her and took her to jail. Sneaking away like this is very dangerous, and no matter how smart the suspect is, there is always a chance of a fatal injury, which is exactly what happened with Anthony. On 20th July 2023, 31-year-old Anthony Alfonso Sanchez III was getting hunted down by police officers for purposefully hitting other vehicles and triggering various car crashes. As soon as Anthony was spotted, he attempted to flee.
Can we have the marked car tick number 1, please? Slowed down, speeds of 28.
The cops force him to stop, and when the car becomes immobile, they approach his vehicle, ordering him to surrender.
Get your hands up! Hands up! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! Don't move! You got him?
Hands up the car! Hands up!
Got me? Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle! Out of the vehicle!
On the ground!
What's going on? I got you. Dude,
get out on the ground.
hands behind your back.
I didn't see
Behind your back.
got a holster.
Hey, sit in the car. Take your shoes. First, take your shoes off. Take your shoes off. Put your feet in.
The officers put him in handcuffs and then shoved him in the back of the car with the keys still inside, which was the only window of opportunity Anthony needed. Anthony maneuvers his handcuffed hands from behind his back to in front, then moves onto the driver's seat and speeds away while the police officers stand dumbfounded.
stolen CSP patrol car. He is eastbound, high rate of speed on 50.
Fella, he just stole the patrol car.
Anthony has outsmarted the officers, but he forgets that he is handcuffed and will eventually get arrested again. Later, he speeds up even more and breaks all of the traffic.
Notified Penn County, we need stop sticks out for this vehicle. It is a marked patrol unit. Lights are activated.
The officers are tense because the situation is more serious than it appears. Anthony has already caused many car crashes, and if he is not careful, he might crash again.
Can you get a hold of State Patrol and find out if this individual is armed, please?
He is not anymore. Well, they're my rifle.
The rifle is in the vehicle. He was not armed. The gun was left in the vehicle. Passing the 390. Speed's 123.
The cops lay down stop sticks on the road to deflate the tires, but Anthony is driving way too recklessly, and he soon faces the consequences.
Coming up on stop sticks.
He avoids the stop sticks twice before finally running right into the third one, and the stolen squad car slams into a semi-truck parked on the roadside. The crash caused the car to catch fire, and police officers immediately removed Anthony from the car and transferred him to the hospital, but he died due to the injuries. If you enjoy true crime content like this, make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss out on any upcoming videos.